Today is Thursday, Parashat Noach. This morning in the Chok L'Yisrael class, we learned also the Musar. And the Musar is ethical teaching that teaches us what we should focus on life, what are subjects that are important, things that are less important. And many times it makes a point that people go after vanities of vanities, things that are totally unimportant, and give them too much importance. And the things that are important, unfortunately, sometimes people forget. And I shared this morning a story that I heard once and read. It was said by Rabbi Wallerstein, Zechariah Wallerstein. It's a parable that makes an important and powerful, compelling point. And the story goes like this. Once there was a girl who was looking for a shidduch. She wanted to get married, but she was blind, which was definitely something that made it difficult for her to find a person to marry. Finally, there is someone who meets her and falls in love with her. He sees the great quality of the person. He sees the great potential of the person as a person, and he takes care of her. They get married. He cares for her in every way possible. Wherever she needed to go, he takes her places. Of course, because of her handicap, she needs his assistance. He's there for her in every possible way. And one time they hear on the radio that there was a doctor who had invented a method to do eye transplants. And the incredible excitement that she would maybe be able to see. However, when they inquired, they find out that there is a 20-year waiting list, because something like this was something that was a miracle, and it was too long of a wait, 20 years. So their excitement turned into somewhat of a disappointment. Until a few weeks later, the husband walks into the house and with much excitement says to his wife that he has this incredible news that something happened like a miracle, and they were able to get her on the list to have this eye transplant in a very short order of just a matter of a couple of weeks. Very excited, and as the day gets closer, the day before she goes for that operation, he tells her that there was something that he wanted to reveal to her that he had never told her before. And he told her that he himself was also blind. She was so moved and touched by this news that she said, wow. And he cared for her despite that handicap that he had. And a day after the operation, slowly but surely, she's able to see. She's very excited about all the colors, all the incredible sights that she has never experienced before. And sure enough, just like he told her, she sees that her husband is blind. And now she takes care of him. She takes him places. He had done so much kindness for her over all that time that till that point, she now is the one able to return the favor. She cares for him. She takes him places. But over time, she becomes very interested in the life out there. And she starts to think that he's a handicap for her. She's not able to go and do all the things she wanted to do. Now that she's able to enjoy all the excitement and all the sights and all the things that she was not able to enjoy and experience before, she feels that he's a kind of a stumbling block for her. And after some time, she tells him that she's just not able to continue that relationship, that she wanted to dissolve the relationship. She wanted to get a divorce. He's of course shocked, but what can he do? He said, okay, he agrees. And he tells her that no problem. He let it be. He's going to just get out of her life, so to speak, and That same day, as she comes back home, she finds that he has taken all his clothing, his belonging. He had left with everything that was his own personal effects, and he left her a letter on her bed. She opens the envelope and she sees the letter, and it reads how much he loves her, how much he has appreciation for her, how much he cared for her. And the letter finishes by saying, please take good care of those eyes, because he says they were his before. In other words, he was willing, because of all his love for her, to give her his eyes. That's a parable, it's a story, and unfortunately, sometimes people forget that Hashem gave us a neshama that comes from Him. Chelek Eloah mima'al. A neshama is something that came from a very high place in Shamayim. It's brought to this world, and a person sometimes forgets and goes chasing all sorts of unimportant things, vanities of vanities. He looks for satisfaction in things that are totally unimportant, instead of really caring for what the neshama really needs in this world, which is mitzvot, good deeds, serving Hashem, and doing the thing that Hashem would want us to do with that beautiful neshama that is given to each one of us, the potential to do incredible things in the service of Hashem, in doing good things for humanity, in doing good things for people around us, instead of going and chasing all sorts of things that are vanities of vanities. The story illustrates very well this point. I just have to share with you that as I told the story this morning, the person next to me couldn't hold back tears of understanding the depth and the compelling message that this story has. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.